Welcome to willnjen.com, podcasting to you from a caravan, in a paddock, surrounded by mountains on the South Island of New Zealand.
Well, hello everyone, welcome to Will and Jen's podcast number 40. It's been a couple of weeks since the last podcast.
And I'm here this time, as you can all see.
And I think, as you can see, there's a bit of progress behind it. Let's just move out of the way so you can have a bit of a look at what's behind us. Now, this is the garage. You remember from the last podcast we hadn't even poured the concrete for the garage. Here's a little bit of video of us pouring the concrete. Have a look at this.
I was just going to get it on you one height. Right there. Well, we were pretty good with our 100,
Right, that was the video of the garage being poured. So it was a nice sunny day. When we poured the house, it was a bit more sort of gloomy and overcast, and there was an extra couple of people helping on that day. But we got both the garage and the house poured, and that meant we had like good, flat, solid, you know, foundation to work on, I suppose, for building.
You hope it's solid.
We hope it's solid, yeah. And so what we did is, and then as you can see, the boys framed up the garage, and we stood that up, and that was all very exciting because that was the first day that we sort of rose up above the dirt, so to speak. And you might just be able to see, if Jen comes over here, a little glimpse of the house. Let's change angle, and we'll show you a bit of a close-up of the garage, and then we'll show you a bit of the house. This is sort of a little bit closer to the garage, so you can have a bit of a zoom in on the garage.
And this side that we're sort of in front of is my side of the garage, where I'll park my car every night. So the other side, that's where Will's going to park.
Yep, I park on the other side. And the reason for that is, there's lots of different reasons, but pretty much Jenny's car...
He thinks I don't drive very well.
Jenny's car can just sort of pull down the driveway and straight into the garage, and then also the pumps are going to go in this back corner of the garage, and Jenny's car's a bit shorter, so there's a bit of extra room there. But as you can see, it's all been framed up, it's all been braced, with the different bracings, and it's all been bolted down and squared up and all that sort of stuff, so that pretty much this is now ready for the beams to come, which are going to be going on the roof. Now they'll be arriving on Wednesday, and the cladding, the cedar cladding, will be coming, I think in another week or so. So the builders sort of could carry on, and I imagine if they had all the materials here, finish the garage in nearly a week. But they won't, because they're sort of keeping the garage as a project to do when they get a hold up on the house. Let's go across and have a look at the house.
And this is the house. It's every day I come home from school and there's something new that's happened. When I first came home and there was the garage standing, and then only a couple of days later we have the back wall of the house. And
it's funny because as you drive up the driveway, we're used to sort of pretty low-rise living, with about the tallest thing we have would be the solar panels, yeah, on top of the container, and you can only sort of just see those as you round sort of by the pine trees, by the big water tank up there, for those of you who visited us. But now you see the house and the garage, yeah, sort of poking up about the same height as the solar panels, in fact. But as you can see behind us, we've got the sort of this is the bedroom laundry wing down this end, and that's the lower end, and then down the other end is that you can see the sort of the taller bit. That'll be the lounge, and maybe you can hear an aeroplane going over at the moment. Best laid plans of mice and men. But pretty much it was only on Friday that we sort of stood up these two walls, and there's still quite a lot of work to be done on the house. We're still waiting on the rammed earth guy to come along and do the big rammed earth pillars at the front, and I hope you can sort of see there's the sort of the concrete base for those pillars. Well, there's one just there which might be behind Jenny, and you can see there's another one over there. Well, they're all ready, apart from I have to paint a bit of black sort of bitumen-y stuff on there, the sort of bit of damp proof between the concrete and the rammed earth. But they're pretty much ready for the rammed earth guy to come once his wife has a baby.
Yes, so we could be waiting a couple of weeks, but you know, that's fine.
Yep, but doesn't really matter because the builders have obviously got a lot of work to do. They've got to finish doing the back wall for both. This isn't quite finished, well, it's far from finished, and then they've got to finish, they've got to start doing the one for down sort of our bedroom end of the house, and then they're going to build all of the internal walls from the back wall coming forward, but they can't actually build anything that touches the front because the front needs the rammed earth done, and once you've got those rammed earth pillars done, then you can start joining them all together and connecting the back of the house to the front of the house. But in the meantime, they can do the back wall, and they can do, you know, the laundry and the bathroom and all the walls that come sort of forward from there. But lots of good progress. Oh, it's flying along, because when you think about the fact that 2 weeks ago we did a podcast,
we didn't really even have foundations.
No, we didn't. Now we've got like framing for the garage, and the builders have stopped drinking. They've stopped drinking. It's a sort of a bet between the builders that they're not going to have a beer until they get the roof on the garage. So there's quite a lot of motivation to get the roof on the garage and get the garage finished. And then also, one of our containers we've sold to the builder because he needs a shipping container. Oh no! We got cut off. The camera just ran out of space. But as we were saying, we're in completely different spots now because we packed everything up. But as you were saying, we've sold one of the shipping containers, or the builder wants to buy one of the shipping containers, and so they're going to be in a hurry to finish the garage because we've put our stuff out of the container into the garage.
And they want to drink again.
Well, obviously, yeah, they do. So that's all for the moment, though. The end of podcast number 40 in 2 weeks' time.
There'll probably be a lot more to see.
I think there will.
We hope so.
We hope so. They're flying along. So check back. We're doing daily updates to the website. Well, every couple or 3 days, I should say.
When Will has time.
Yeah,
when
exactly.
They let him off building for an hour or two.
Running around like a blue-ass fly. But basically, we're trying to put lots of updates to the website because we know people are checking it often. And we'll do another video podcast in another couple of weeks' time. So that's all from us.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.